Well, hello, girls and boys and moms and dads, and welcome to PJs and Pillows. Tonight, we've got a fun book. It's called Room for Everyone. It was written by Naaz, and the illustrations are by Mercè, López. Let's begin. The Dala rumbled and roared, and Musa and Dada were off to the shore to feast on fish at the Friday Bazaar by the blue crystal waters of Zanzibar. Soon after zooming past Zulika Street, they saw one old man and his bike with no seat. So the driver honked and pulled to the side and asked, "Dear brother, do you need a ride? It's hotter than peppers out there in the sun. Come in, there's room for everyone." "But Dada," said Musa, "I don't think there is enough room for that man and that cycle of his." "Don't worry, Musa, there's space galore. If you move just a bit, we can make room for more." So in came the man with his sweaty old feet, and his bike with no bell and no light and no seat. And after some wiggles and giggles and fun, they made enough room for everyone. Next they passed the Bagala boats, and a herder appeared with two little goats. So the Dala pulled to the side, and the driver yelled, "Do you need a ride? It's hotter than peppers out there in the sun. Come in, there's room for everyone." "But Dada," asked Musa, "can there really be enough room for a cycle, two goats, and me?" "Of course there is. If we squeeze a bit, we'll make enough room for us all to fit." And though the seating arrangement was tight, Musa could see that Dada was right. And after a shuffle, a squirm, and a squeeze, they found a small space beside Dada's knees. Onward they went, with a honk and a toot, till vendors appeared with 3 baskets of fruit. So they pulled to the side, and as you can guess, Musa cried out and began to protest. "Mangoes and melons and parachichi, we don't have the space, please listen to me." But up came the baskets of tropical fruits, and down dripped the juices on ankles and boots. Everyone wingled and giggled galore, till somehow they carved out a space on the floor. Onward they puddled, past palms and sails, till a farmer appeared with 4 shiny pails filled with milk all the way to the top. So the Dala came to a stop. "We can't, we mustn't. I do not see where he could possibly sit," Musa cried in despair. But the passengers wiggled, and somewhere, somehow, they made space for the farmer and the milk from his cow. The Dala drove past some farms, till they saw 5 mamas with fish in their arms. So the conda stuck his head outside, yelling, "Sisters, hello, do you need a ride?" "No," cried Musa, "this rickety bench has no room for those fish and their ickety stench." But the passengers wiggled and squished on the floor and made enough room for the ride to the shore. 6 minutes later, a farmer was walking with 6 stinky chickens that wouldn't stop squawking. And right there beside them were several fellas carrying 7 Kitenji umbrellas. "Hop in," someone shouted. "Get out of the sun, there's plenty of room for everyone." Musa resisted. "These chickens are fat, and 7 umbrellas? There's no room for that." Dada insisted. "Just open the door." So everyone wiggled and giggled galore, and eventually found enough room for more. Soon they were making a turn down the lane where a vendor was carrying 8 sugar canes and 9 tender coconuts fresh off the tree. What yummy, refreshing, sweet drinks these could be. The passenger shouted, "Do you need a ride?" And as you can guess, Mercè worried and cried, "This is outrageous. We can't let them in. We're already smooshed like sardines in a tin." Though it was clearly a very tight fit, they wouldn't give up. No, they just wouldn't quit. So in came the coconuts, tender and sweet, and the sugar canes tangled between people's feet, tickling everyone's toes as they wiggled until even Mercè started to giggle. A few minutes later, they stopped for fuel, which happened to be near a diving school where 10 divers were ready to go with suits and gears and tanks in tow, trying to get in on all the commotion so they could explore the Indian Ocean. But was there room for all that stuff? Did the Dala have room enough? And though the Dala was packed from top to bottom and front to back, Mercè yelled out, "Come join the fun. We'll make enough room for everyone." So the swimmers with snorkels and tubes and fins wiggled and giggled and wriggled right in. The tires were reeling and spinning and burning, the passengers sweating and twisting and turning, elbow to shoulder, beak to nose, feathers to feet, udders to toes. What a sight to see, what a comical crew! Stuck together like globbity glue, they clunkety-clunked like junk in a trunk. So close to a breakdown, kerplunkety-plunk. When suddenly all of them heard a screech, "Alhamdulillah!" They arrived at the beach. Out came 10 swimmers with snorkels and fins, who ran to the ocean and dove right in. Out came 9 coconuts, fresh and tender, and out came the whistling coconut vendor. Out came the 8 sticky sweet sugar canes with 7 umbrellas for sunshine and rains, 6 stinky chickens, and 5 piles of fish, 4 heavy pails full of milk so delish, 3 big old baskets of fruit for a treat, 2 little goats, and 1 bike with no seat. At last, they had finally reached the blue crystal waters of Nungui Beach, where Mercè and Dada and everyone could wiggle and giggle under the sun. And that's the end of the book. So, remember to brush your teeth, give hugs to the people that you love, and have sweet dreams. Good night.